Hello. I wondered how many pies you can name. Tiropita, Bakewell tart, banoffee. I don't like banoffee pies. I like my bananas firm. Anyway, it went through my mind. I thought it might be rather fun to name as many pies as you possibly can. Flans, tarts. I'm thinking of Liz Truss, of course, and her obsession with pies. Everyone wants a slice. How do you cut it up? How do you share it round? Growing the economic pie. And of course, the point is, there's another pie that was on display all the way through the last few days, and that was the cabinet pie, the black bun. That's quite good. That's made on the 12th night. Have we had 12 days of this disastrous government yet? I don't know. It feels like more. Anyway, what did she say? She said, whenever there is change, there is disruption, and not everyone will be in favour of change, but everyone will benefit from the result, a growing economy and a better future. And then she goes on, growth, growth, growth. And I've been thinking about it. I still think that as a speech, it was beautifully written. It was rather woodenly delivered, but it was better than any delivery that she's managed so far. And, she did say, deliver, deliver, deliver. And this is her first competent effort. It wasn't great to watch, but it's a sort of thing that a good sixth former could possibly have managed. No better than that. And growth, growth, growth. It reminded me really of the words of Hamlet in Act 2, Scene 2, line 195. Polonius asks him, what are you reading, my lord? And he says, words, words, words. And then Polonius says, I mean the matter, my lord. But words, 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 that's really all it was, because you couldn't see at any point those words meaning anything to her. It was just words, and I think that's all it remains. What we've had this week is cabinet infighting and ill discipline, and we've seen enough of it to know that, like an iceberg, there is much more below the waterline. £45 billion of unfunded tax cuts. And then the Bank of England stepping in and paying out even more money that has confirmed the pound plummet. First at the beginning of the week, and then it's fallen again after a slight bump. It's worth nothing now. A friend of mine has just texted me, said it's worth nothing now. She says, it's encouraging growth, but growth in what? Well, there's more growth in inflation. There's more growth in interest rates. There's more growth in unrest. So Liz Truss is right. Growth, growth, growth. Words, words, words. And tomorrow she's off to Prague to meet the other people in Macron's New Europe Forum. And it'd be interesting to see how much our Prime Minister is sidelined internationally. But on a more positive note, our falling pound will probably encourage people to visit the UK. They will get more buck. They will get more for their buck, certainly. They'll get more for their buck here, but there'll be less of it for us. Very simple. And I suppose we should just get on with it. We've done it before. We can be the performing monkey for the American public. And, we can at least Pinewood Studio will do a great business. We could possibly have yet another remake of Star Wars there. And I know how it feels. I just understand. I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration of people who are looking at this cabinet, who are looking at this Prime Minister, because it's the Prime Minister and her Chancellor who are primarily at fault. and then her close friends like Braverman. There are people of quality in the cabinet, but it's the people who are leading that cabinet who are second rate or filled with ideological nonsense, and they think it's going to work. They've got 2 years to demonstrate that it might, and I don't think it can. They've got off to such a bad start. I mean, remember her line about having things dismissed by others? Well, what about if you try and get a student visa? And to be made to feel so little when you are contributing so much to our economy by being a student here, treated like dirt and thrown out as soon as the degree or the A levels or whatever it is are finished. We've got the worst of our society in charge in Liz Truss, and we've seen it in evidence. We've seen it before, and now it's got the keys to number 10. I don't know how we've got this far, but I'm afraid I personally hold David Cameron responsible, and it was interesting to see him sitting next to Liz Truss in the conference and looking sanguine. Sanguine is all I think that's possible. It's very sad. It's very sad. She's opened up the pie. She's opened up the pie, and it's like the old King Cole, isn't it, or somebody, or the pie with the birds that began to sing, and maybe there's an idea that the people in the cabinet should not have been so garrulous. But I'm afraid once the pie is opened and the birds begin to sing, you can't put them back in the pie. That's the problem with pies. Once the crust is broken, that's it. Do you remember Mary Poppins talking about a pie crust promise? I think the entire speech that Liz Truss delivered today was a pie crust promise. Whatever promises she made, she has no ability to deliver, or intention, I think. And some of it I don't think I'd like to be delivered anyway. But deliver. She managed in a pretty lackluster way to deliver the speech. She got through the words. And I suppose that's something of an achievement. It's extraordinary when you're looking at the Prime Minister of the country and thinking, isn't it great she can read?